Welcome again for Qi Gong meets Dandhal today. I'm again, thank you David, thank you Pyramid for having me. Thank you to share this strengthening practice. Okay. And today we start with the Qi Gong move, which we did just a little bit faster pace than what we did last week, as we really push and go a little bit faster into the move. So I will demonstrate it and then we'll go for a series of it. So our stance, we sit twice to the side of our hips. We feel like we sit a little bit in our own pelvis. Doing one fist clinch, one hand open, touching together. Big inhalation, and on the exhalation, I'm gonna push to the side with the fist here. But instead of going very slow like I used to do, I'm gonna do it very intensely. So it's gonna be more like, and when I push, I really, at the end of the move, I contract all of my trunk and engage all the Muladhara area to really rise the energy in. And then I inhale, come back to center, change the way of my hands, and going the other side, same intensity. So we'll do a cycle of 20, 10 times each side, and then David will move us to the dandals. Let's go. And 20, cleansing breath, like last time, big inhale. And exhale to expel all the dioxide carbon from the body.
Follow up with complete, very deep breathing. And you're focused on feeling your whole cardiovascular. How fast are you breathing? Can you feel your heart beating? Add the slow, deep breathing to it. And then we go into a slower motion exercise, which we started with last time. Coming down, the arms come up. This time we come down and we press the hands together and forward. And then we come back. We're inhaling to this point. Full inhalation here. Contracting all the muscles, chest, arms, shoulders. We'll do 9 times. Slow motion. Complementing the fast ones we just did with the Qi Gong. It should feel already like you're getting a little bit of fatigue. Pulling down and then pushing forward and pushing the hands together. There's a little bit of a slouch when I'm exhaling and coming forward. And pulling the abdomen in, I'm compressing the lungs to get all the air out. Last time, I wasn't counting, maybe we did more than 9. Cleansing breath. With this cleansing breath, you should be able to note very quickly how fatigue goes away. Cleansing breath and then replenish with complete deep breathing. And the feeling of tiredness kind of goes away and the feeling of exhilaration comes up. So as many breaths as you need to achieve that. If you've been practicing a lot of yoga, it doesn't take many. If you are out of practice, it might take a few more to rebalance the system. But good enough for the
Yes, we're gonna do
Qi Gong.
a complementary exercise of this one as with all of the press coming in front. In Qigong, we got a very similar one, like literally almost exactly the same, and one which is compensate this move. So we're gonna do the same movement, bringing the arms up. Instead, we're not going all the way up, just 90 degrees, and then we bring them to the back and pushing here in a reverse namaste and trying to bring it as up as we can to our back without arching and protruding the shoulder. So really keep the shoulder straight, keep the back straight, and try to push up with the elbow and both hands against each other. We're gonna go for 9 as well. Sound
Okay.
good number?
Number 9 is good.
So inhale, relax, open the arms. Exhale, push. 2 hands touch and continue to push up. And release. And last one. And again, cleansing breath, doing a deep exhale.
Feel yourself. Always come back to centering, feeling. Don't think about anything. You can help that. And we come into a very slow motion rope climbing exercise. So again, we can go into a little bit of a squat. And then we take a rope that's hanging from the top of the pyramid here. And we pull down. We're pulling ourselves up. You're feeling a contraction of muscles through the arms, the chest, the upper back, the lats, everything. In breath. And you relax everything as you're inhaling. Otherwise, the constriction, the tightness will inhibit the deeper breath. So relax everything, take a full breath. Total focus on feeling body sensation, contraction of all those muscles. We again apply the Mula Bandha on the contraction. Release everything on the inhalation. Last one. Put all your effort into it. Really tighten those muscles. Cleansing breath, and then full, relaxed, very deep breathing.
Okay, and for the next Qi Gong exercise, we're gonna spread the feet again twice the hip size, but we don't bend to the horse stance, we stay like straight. We bring our arm to a 90-degree angle. Inhale here, relax. And on the exhale, we're gonna press towards our hips and coming to the waist. Inhale, we relax, coming up again, turning the palm facing. And exhale, we press up. Imagine you squeeze a couch ball in between your hands until they come touching. And then you come back to the initial position and do a cycle again, down and up. Okay, so we're gonna go for, so let's say 6 of this one. And again, don't forget to really keep this little tightness around the lips to push the air out. Use your trunk, use your core muscle to really push the abs, and be mindful with the intensity of contraction you engage in the practice. You are doing it for yourself, so find a way to make it at your edge, but not further than this. Okay? So let's start here, 90 degrees. Inhale, exhale, press to the hips. Inhale, release, bring the arms to 90 degrees again. Turn the palm, exhale, press up. Inhale, release, come back to 90 degrees. Exhale, down. And last one. Make it very slow. squeeze all the air out. And relax and feel some breath.
Shake out a little bit as you relax and just wiggle out, let everything loosen up again. After your cleansing breath, some 3-part full breath. Remember to do that periodically throughout the day with abdominal, mid, and upper. Using 100% of your lung capacity. Now we'll do one for the extremes of the calf muscles down in your leg and the limit of your arms and hands. Squeezing and opening. As we squeeze, we're going to lift up onto our toe tips. Come back down. Opening up the hands, inhalation and do this with strength and power and really feel that you're working these muscles as well as the calf muscles. We don't generally use them that much consciously, so you might start to feel this right away. Let's take inner breath to start. Relaxing everything and topping up that breath, very full. Next move, contracting. Remember the Mula Bandha applies. Starts to feel very tiring, push yourself a little bit further, a couple more times, opening up, full inhalation.
This time, instead of going up, we're gonna go down. So we came to a horse stance. Bring our hands to our face level, to our side, and this is the move came from martial arts. So you imagine that on the inhale here we relax, and on the exhale, it's like you want to rip the hair out of the face of your enemy. Actually, so you're here, you grab the here, and bringing it down really, really, really slow and contract, and you go down a little bit in the same time on your leg. And then inhale, release, and again tear the ears apart and go down. We're gonna go for 6 reps. So let's start. Be mindful about your back, keep always the back straight. And release. Again, cleansing breath, full breathing.
Complementing that, we bring the arms up in a straight forward position. We did sideways last time, now it's straight to the front. And you open up your hands and push away as if you're pushing away. Can be an enemy, or in yoga, it's also any negativity or evil force or anything, including a virus if you want. So we bring in the arms and fists. Full inhalation, and we do one arm at a time. Literally, you use this, you can imagine some negativity in your life, and you're just pushing it out of your life. Feel all your muscles contracting, getting hard, shortening, applying Mula Bandha. Feel that contraction coming right from your root. Once more on each side. If you have a hard time imagining this, you can do it up against a wall where you're pushing. Shake it out. When I first started the Dandhal exercises, I was pretty out of touch with my muscles, so I was using, imagining this, but then picking up big rocks. I was out in the forest of Canada at the time. And this put me in touch with actually feeling the muscles. Once I could feel them, then you use imagination, and you can use one muscle against the other. Getting in touch. It's all about the first chakra, your empowerment of your body in the material world. A few more breaths, and we go back.
Yes, let's do the chicken. So this one, again, our stance as usual. We start with the hands at 90 degrees. Inhale here, relax. And on the exhale, we're going to push the hands into the back, bending from the hips, not from the back. Always keep the back to a very, very, very straight angle. So we go back like this, down, 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 down. And we bring the arms as up as we can in the back. A little bit like, Atlas in the Greek mythology carrying the horse on his back. This is the feeling you should get. Imagine you get a very, very huge, heavy weight here. Okay? So we go for 6 reps again. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, push. And arms as up as you can. And inhale, relax. Last one. And release, cleansing breath.
Okay, we're going to do one that's down on the floor this time. And it's for engaging the upper chest into the neck. And actually, it's used for thyroid reactivation and stimulation. Leaning back onto your elbows, and we drop the head back and the chest comes up. Our inhalation is here. And exhale, pulling your head back up, and your chin comes all the way down to your chest. Muscles on the front of your neck are generally very weak, so you might find this difficult, but it's activating for the thyroid, and the thyroid is the one that activates your whole metabolism. Inhaling to here, slow motion, feel everything. Top up the breath, very full. Your mouth is puckered up and tight. You're having to push the air through it. Two more times. How is the feeling for you? Well, the last one. Let's just come up to a sitting and do some vigorous deep breathing in each part. Different types of rapid breathing in yoga. We do the abdomen. This is empowering the first two chakras for grounding the physical body. Feel on every exhalation that you're contracting the abdominal muscles. If you can, on each exhalation you're applying Mula Bandha and you're letting it go on the inhalation. It requires a little bit more refined control. Okay, let that one go. And we bring the movement into the midsection. Ribs going out to the side. Let that one go. Bring it to the upper section, the rising and falling of the chest. Now relax it into slow, deep breathing. Do you have any more moves you want to?
Yes, I would love to do some breathing as well.
Okay.
On the same principle that the breathing we use during the move. So it's a breath which go very slow, but where we keep the contraction all the time. So even on the inhalation, you keep the contraction. We start in the abdomen, so we contract the abdomen, we inhale, we keep the contraction in the abdomen, we inflate the belly. And the point is to visualize when you inhale that you distribute this oxygen everywhere in your muscle, and then you exhale, keep the contraction, tighten it even more, and then keep this contraction again, inhale, exhale, and we keep it all the time, and we're gonna move from lower belly to the upper part of the body. So first, contract your lower belly, inhale, bring the oxygen in, keep the contraction, exhale in the lower belly, through the mouth. Inhale, keep this tension in the lower belly and start to bring it a little bit upper towards the rib flap. Engage those muscles, those front muscles here around the breath. And exhale, press. Lower belly, rib cage. Inhale, keep the contraction, bring it to the chest. Engage the pectorals. And exhale, squeeze the whole trunk. Continue, bring it to shoulder and trapezius. Engage the shoulder, keep the contraction in the whole trunk. And exhale, press everything up. And keep the contraction again. We're gonna now bring the attention on the upper back, and we go all our way down to the lower back. So lower belly is engaged, chest engaged, rib cage engaged, shoulder, trapezius, and now we start the area in our neck and in between our shoulder blades. Inhale, keep the contraction everywhere. Exhale, squeeze. And inhale, move down to the middle back. Keep the contraction everywhere else. Then exhale, squeeze. And lower back. Inhale, engage. Exhale, squeeze the whole trunk back and front. And release totally. I invite you to close your eyes and be very present with the sensation. Feeling all those muscles, those areas that we engage one after the other. Feel the bloodstream flushing your muscles, bringing oxygen, building some new cells, bringing all this energy everywhere into your body. Maybe you feel the palpitation of your vein into the muscle. Gives you the impression that they are actually growing, literally, that you can feel them growing. And relax them.
Now let's add to this a little energetic technique from the Kundalini side of yoga or from quantum physics. We're swimming in this ocean of electromagnetic energy and connecting it to the breath. We bring the energy in. It's coming from the sun and the stars that are radiating this energy. We're bringing it in with the breath and bringing it into forest in front of us. This is one of the petals of the first chakra. And on the exhalation, we pull that energy back into the tailbone area while contracting Mula Bandha. Next breath, we take in another wave of energy, millions of little spiraling electromagnetic waves, and we go out to the right side. On the exhalation, we pull in to the tailbone again. Mula Bandha applied. Next breath, inhale, coming in with the energy, filling ourselves up and going to the pedal behind us. Exhalation, we're pulling it into the tailbone again, Mula Bandha, contracting all of this energy into our molecular structure. Last and 4 breaths, we come in once again, all the way in through our body and out to the left side. Exhaling, we pull it in to the tailbone, Mula Bandha. So we can continue doing that in each of the 4 directions, connecting to the 4 directions of the world, 4 petals of our first chakra, which is the very physical body, connected to the muscles and very connected to everything we've just done. Keep the breath going at your own pace. You're done?
Thank you for today.
Yeah.
Thank you, David. Thank you, everybody. And see you next week.
Yeah.